Over the years, there have been many big heists all around the globe. Arguably, one of the biggest took place in 2016 when North Korean hackers nearly succeeded in their $1 billion raid on Bangladesh's national bank. Watch the video till the end as we tell you all the details about everything that happened in this historical billion-dollar bank heist. One of the poorest nations on Earth, North Korea is economically, technologically, and in almost every other manner cut off from the rest of the world. Yet, they train their young people to be the best in cybersecurity. This daring attack of the Bangladesh bank was carried out by a hacker group known as the Lazarus Group, a reference to a biblical figure who came back from the grave. This shadowy team of hackers operates with the support of the North Korean government. Coming to the actual heist, it was a very well-planned and meticulously orchestrated operation, but amazingly, the catalyst behind this whole thing was a broken printer. But this wasn't just any printer, and it wasn't just any bank. The Bangladesh Bank is the nation's central bank, in charge of managing the valuable cash reserves of a nation where millions of people live in poverty. The printer was situated on the 10th floor of the bank's main office in Dhaka, within a very secure room. Its task was to print out a list of numerous million-dollar transfers that were coming into and going from the bank. It was February 5th, 2016, when the bank staff discovered the printer wasn't operating. Quite obviously, they felt it was a routine issue as similar hiccups had occurred before. But little did they know that the bank computer networks had been compromised by hackers who were now launching one of the most daring cyber attacks ever attempted. Their goal? To steal $1 billion. After restarting the printer, the bank's workers discovered some grave information. Upon getting the details, they sent urgent signals from Bangladesh's US dollar account at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. However, long before that, the Fed was already given the go-ahead to withdraw the whole balance that was close to $1 billion from Bangladesh bank account. The Bangladeshis' attempts to contact the Fed for clarification were unsuccessful due to the hackers' extremely precise timing. The hackers began their operation on Thursday, February 4th at about midnight Bangladesh time. While Bangladesh was asleep, it was Thursday morning in New York, and the Fed had plenty of time to unknowingly carry out the hackers' requests. The following day, the Bangladeshi weekend, which lasts from Friday to Saturday, began. Thus, 2 days of holiday at the bank's headquarters in Dhaka gave hackers enough time to carry out their operations. By the time the Bangladeshis started investigating the heist on Saturday, it was already the weekend in New York. Thus, it added roughly 3 days to the overall discovery process. Moreover, the Lunar New Year, a national holiday celebrated throughout Asia, began on Monday, February 8, 2016. This way, the hackers had created a clear 5-day run to get the money away by taking advantage of time differences between Bangladesh, New York, and the Philippines. After successfully executing their plan, the hackers initiated transfers of the stolen money to accounts that they had opened in Manila, the Philippines' capital, utilizing a vast network of allies, bogus bank accounts, charities, and casinos. After much investigation, it was found that the Lazarus Group had been skulking inside Bangladesh Bank's computer systems for a year, giving them more than enough time to plot their heist. But how did the hackers infiltrate the systems of Bangladesh's largest bank? This was done by a harmless-looking email sent to Bangladesh bank employees in January 2015. The email was sent from a job applicant going by the name Russell Alam. His friendly email included a request for the reader to obtain his resume and cover letter from a website, but in reality, Russell was merely a Lazarus Group alias who did not exist. One individual working in the bank fell for the hoax, downloaded the files, and contracted the virus they contained. From that moment, the Lazarus Group entered the bank's computer network and started sneakily jumping from computer to computer, making their way to the digital vaults and the billions of dollars they held. After being inside the systems, the printer on the 10th floor was the last obstacle for the hackers. To keep track of all transfers made from its accounts, Bangladesh Bank set up a paper backup system. This transaction log put the hackers' fraudulent transactions at immediate risk of exposure. To avoid this risk, they gained access to the printer's programming and disabled it, allowing them to delay the alarms and pull off the heist. With their digital tracks covered, the hackers started transferring the stolen funds, totaling over $951 million, nearly the entire balance of Bangladesh Bank's New York Fed account. Over the course of that weekend, Bangladesh Bank gradually learned about the stolen money and attempted to figure out what had happened. When the Federal Reserve was alerted of the heist, the transactions were heavily scrutinized and the majority were blocked. but 5 transactions had already been completed, totaling $101 million. The money disappeared without a trace. Even if it was not what the hackers were after, Bangladesh, where numerous people live below the poverty line, suffered a great deal from the lost money. For more on the Lazarus Group and the hackers behind the billion-dollar crypto heist, check out the video in the link. That is it from today's video. We hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, show some love and infiltrate the like button's programming by mashing it down. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on any of the amazing videos we have in store for you.